Hello everybody, I just wanted to say a couple things about your present assignment, the lights and shadows that's coming for next Tuesday. There's a lot of things that you want to be thinking about specifically for this assignment, because more than any other of our assignments, how you adjust your technical settings on your camera will have a tremendous impact on the creative output of it. So whether you're using a point and shoot, yay, or an SLR, if you're using an SLR, you're going to be able to, you want to be shooting in manual first of all, and you want to be able to identify your light meter. So the light meter is going to be, it's going to give you plus or minus, 2 stops, and normal is where you normally want to align your settings, your aperture and your shutter speed. But what I want you to try for this assignment with the lights and shadows is to underexpose by 1 stop, by 2 stops, by 3 stops, any setting any scene that you're shooting. And it's easy to do it on an SLR because you've got obviously the manual right in front of you. With the point and shoot, you still have access to it, and you still can do these things with most of our cameras. So you have to turn it on. You want to make sure that you're on manual, and you want to get to something, that's kind of freaky. You want to get to the manual setting, and then see, by going into this part where you see the 0 and the plus or minus down here, then by pressing this, it'll automatically show you what you'll be seeing. So that's overexposing 2, and that's underexposing 2. So it's forcing the camera to underexpose or overexpose the whatever scene you're pointing at, to underexpose or overexpose beyond what would normally be normal exposure. So you're interpreting the scene, and the effects are massive. You'll see them right off, and this will be really good. I hope that you all shoot a lot of different things. Shoot in the sun, and try underexposing, by 5 stops or something like that. It creates a whole new different realm of possibilities. So have lots of fun, take lots of chances. Not everything's going to work out, but make sure that you're starting to push yourselves technically, so that you realize how much this can affect the creative aspect of your photography. Anyway, lovely work for the background and foreground stuff. I realize that most of you said that you had problems with it, but looking at your work, it looks like all of you, I believe, are very engaged with the material, and it's actually making sense. It's I can see exactly, okay, yes, this is about the background and foreground specifically, and you're thinking about it. That's the best part of it. Is it difficult? Yeah, sure, sometimes, but those are just growing pains, about learning how to think in a slightly different way, or to take into account other things when you're practicing your photography. So that brings me to another thing, the practice versus the theory. The book should be coming to you. Those of you who have ordered it should be coming on your doorstep any day now, from what I understand. Be sure that you get these really quickly, because once it lands, we're taking off very quickly to catch up our theory. So this is an interesting way that we've approached it, by exclusively, working the practical versus the practical and theoretical. So this will be interesting when the book comes in. Some of the things that you've been messing around with, playing with, trying to understand, figuring out on your cameras and why they work or why they don't. Well, now you'll be approaching the theory aspect, and it'll congeal. It'll make sense, hopefully. So anyway, just wanted to give you a couple of things to think about for the lights and shadows specifically. Remember to use your manual settings as much as you can, and use exposure compensation or aperture priority. Sometimes will give you different effects, but play with your cameras, be pushing yourselves, and have fun. All right, talk to you soon.